What's up, YouTube? VSP back again, and why I like certain music. Now, for you guys who like Billie Eilish, I can't blame you. I like her too. For you guys who like rap, I can't blame you, but I'm not with you. I don't see it. I like blues, which is where rap came from. For those of you who like heavy metal, I'm with you. I don't like all of it, but I like most of it. Like anything that pretty much spawned from Black Sabbath, Metallica, Filter, Tool, the old Filter, Tool. There's some Days of the New in there. There's some Type O Negative in there. There's all kinds of stuff in there, like Tool, all those guys. They're in there. And if you like Nina Simone, I'm with you. I love Nina's voice. I like Roger Whittaker's whistling. I'm 50, so I've been exposed to music since I was a child. So, even Kenny Rogers did some great stuff. Reba McEntire did some great stuff. But there comes a time in your life where you realize what it is that you like. And that will determine the type of stereo you like, the type of speakers you like, the fact or the non-fact that you will add subwoofers to your system will determine on your music tastes. And I'm an Ozzy Osbourne fan. I think I mentioned that before. I'm a Metallica fan. It's not something I listen to every single day. It's just not. I'm a Sinead O'Connor fan. I'm a Billie Eilish fan. There's so many artists I can't even think of that I'm a fan of. I would actually need my title scroll just to go through and tell you how many different artists that I absolutely like and listen to all the time. I've got test tracks. I've got all kinds of stuff like that. I love techno. I love the fact that, I know some of it's synthetic, but my God, can it rock your speakers? You know what I mean? And I don't like anything AI generated. That's why I got out of Spotify. But right now, and has been for quite some time, and my all-time favorite will always be Ozzy Osbourne. It always will be. I hate to be cliche about that right now, but it's just going to be. He was the first that I ever fell in love with, and I think that's why I follow in the footsteps that I do. The Fear Inoculum album by Tool. This is a CD. I also have the record. The 10,000 Days. This is the CD. I also have the record. It's a pretty cool. I like CDs. I really do. This is Latterus. I have the CD. I also have the album. This is Tool, Undertow. It's never been opened. I don't think I'll ever open it. I have another copy of it. It's not a special copy. It's just a copy of a CD. I don't really feel like opening it. I have another copy of it. I don't know. I don't know why I bought it. But, why do I like them so much? Well, they bring out the best in my stereo. They bring out the best in my speakers. They bring out the best in my emotional connection with the band. Tool can bring tears to my eyes. It really can, especially the song Invincible. And that's a personal battle. The song Invincible has a lot to do with my wife. She is absolutely fucking invincible. And Pneuma. Pneuma's another one. My wife has a really hard time breathing. Pneuma means breath and spirit. Just does. It's what it means. And if you listen to the words, like I remember when my wife was just struggling to breathe and she was in a coma. I just put my phone on top of her and I played Pneuma over and over and over and over and over again. And all of a sudden her parents walked in and they had traveled 14 hours. And Linda looked at me and she was just kind of like, "What's that?" And I said, "Oh, I'm just playing the song. I can shut it off." And she goes, "Oh, no, that's okay." And I turned it down and she goes, "What does that mean?" And I said, "Well, the song's called Pneuma and it means breathe and it means spirit." Because Maynard's a poet and he really dives deep into things that are, well, maybe not, well, they're known, but they're unknown. A lot of different things that Maynard talks about is unknown. He's like, he must be really into history. He must be really into, I don't even know what he's into in order to get the information that he gets. He's kind of like me because I know things that I shouldn't, like the Emerald Tablets of Thoth and knowledge and Aleister Crowley. And that all stems from music, you know, why I would have searched that stuff out. Like I know the Gematria. I know all kinds of things. I've read the Bible back to cover. I like the Old Testament. I've talked about that. And I think Maynard's the type of guy who does that too. And he's very knowledgeable. His interviews are very interesting. He's kind of like a dry Englishman. I don't get his humor. I said once upon a time I'd probably not get along with him, but I've thought about that. And I think we'd get along pretty good because I could probably speak his language to a degree with what I like. Anyway, I just want to mention some of the songs that Tool does that really resonate with me. And 46 and 2 is definitely one of the songs that resonates with me. Is it about the 46 chromosomes that the human Homo sapien has? Because our closest living relative is the chimpanzee, and it has 48. Cro-Magnon man, aka hominins, which there were 4 different varieties, Lucy was the very first one found, has 46 chromosomes. So we are the closest related to a Neanderthal man. Times 2, 46 and 2. Well, according to scientists, 200,000 years ago, 2 chromosomes in the human body were altered. Chromosome number 2 and chromosome number 7. You can Google this stuff. It's pretty common knowledge. And one was higher learning and one was speech. So that really resonates with me. Jambaya. That resonates with me on a guitar smash, 6-string annihilation, drums solo, make your speakers stereo work and just come out with a rhythm that's just about, you can taste it, you can feel it. It's like, it's just so there. You know what I mean? And then Maynard moves into really slow lyrics, and they're really cool lyrics, and they're very well delivered, and they're so different than the song. It makes it dynamic. You know what I mean? So that's one. Rosetta Stone. I mean, these are all off 10,000 Days. Well, not, I think 46 and 2 is off Enema. But Rosetta Stone. I mean, Rosetta Stone is almost identical to, well, it's not identical to Jambaya, but it has the same feeling. You know what I mean? It gives you the same feeling of masterful instrumentation. Just masterful instrumentation. Like, I think one of the best things that ever happened to Tool was Justin. I think the greatest thing that ever happened to Tool was Danny. I mean, you can argue me, I can argue you, we can argue in the comments. I think that he is the best technical drummer that ever lived. Don't get me wrong. There's some drummers that have more feel. There's some drummers that have some amazing attributes to them, but Danny is Danny. There is only one Danny. There's only one Neil Peart, but there is only one Danny. If you travel down some more of the Tool albums, and that's probably why I didn't open this CD, because I just want to keep it forever, the Undertow CD, because like Intolerance, the Swamp Song, Bottom, and Intolerance, they're just like, how did they put that album together? They just, and that pisses me off about Tool, because it takes so long for them to put an album together, but I get it, because it's so fucking perfect the way these songs come together. Like, the instrumentation gels. It just gels. Like, whether it be Justin or Adam or Danny or Maynard coming out with something that just is like, what the fuck did you just say? And I know all the words now. I mean, before, when I was younger, I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Like the song Sober. Like, that was an insane song. It's actually the most insane video I've ever seen to this day. And it's an insane song. And Maynard blames that on Adam, because Adam's all creepy. He's married to a woman that's an absolute wicked artist, oil paintings and stuff. And like, that song just hit me, man. Like, when your mother is an alcoholic and your father's an alcoholic, which mine were, my dad not so much as my mom, but my mom died of alcoholism, probably due to loneliness, because my dad died young. I was 15. Sober was just something that I wanted, only to fall into alcoholism myself for 12 years. And I guess I come by that honestly, but I've beaten it, and it's been 14 years of sobriety. And that's cool, because it allows you to hear the music better. And to be quite honest with you, when you're not inebriated or you have a substance rolling around in your body, and I'm not going to say marijuana, because marijuana is altogether different. I don't like marijuana, but I did at one point in my life, especially in my youth when I had absolutely no stress whatsoever. Marijuana can pretty much add stress to your body like coffee times 10. So these are just all just fucking fabulous songs. If you're not a Tool fan, and you like rock and roll, and you love instrumentation, and you love heavy, heavy beats, this is the band. Because I actually grokked it, and I was like, is there any other band in this world that is remotely close to Tool? And they gave me 3 different bands, and I checked them all out, and none of them are close to Tool. None of them. Similar, but none of them have Maynard. Maynard is the key to it all. And he's not necessarily the glue that holds it all together, but he is the key to it all, because he's a lyrical genius when it comes to this. Now, when it comes to Fear Inoculum, I don't really have to even write down the songs that I like in Fear Inoculum, because they're so present in my mind. And Tool's supposedly coming out with a new album. And, well, Fear Inoculum, first of all, Pneuma. I've mentioned it before. It is a spectacularly dynamic song with drums bass guitar, 6-string guitar, and lyrics that if they don't make you think, you're not thinking. The next one's Invincible. I explained that one too. And that's a song that can bring tears to your eyes, especially if you're in a situation where, you're probably going to lose somebody that was once absolutely, positively invincible and fought for 14 years of just absolute hell and became not nothing over time, but way less of what she once was. And it's not over yet. She's still invincible. So I will still play the song. I think after it's all done, it's going to be a tough song to listen to. Anyway, Tempest off Tool. I didn't like it at the start. I didn't. But it grew on me. And now it's probably my favorite song on that album. It's weird how albums do that. It's weird how songs do that. It's weird how music does that. It's just crazy. Anyway. Oh, and another one, just for shits and giggles, Chocolate Chip Trip. If you have a good DAC and you have a good stereo, and not in your car, you need 2-channel. You need 2-channel for this. Chocolate Chip Trip was written by Danny and was a tribute to his producer because he was retiring. And they would travel every day to the recording studio and go on a chocolate chip trip because they always had chocolate chip cookies there. At least that's the story that I got. Chocolate Chip Trip moves from this side to this side to this side to this side to this side with perfect imaging in the center of your 2-channel stereo. And will absolutely blow your mind if you close your eyes. And the truth is, it can be absolute and total noise to someone who doesn't like it. But I've listened to it over 100 times. And the best way to listen to it is with your eyes closed. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Tool. And they are deadly. They will forever be deadly. And I hope they come out with a new album. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't mind Puscifer. I don't really care for A Perfect Circle. You're missing 3 elements. 3 elements. And maybe someday I'll discover them more so than I have. And maybe get into them more so than I have. But when you're missing Adam, and you're missing Justin, and you're missing Danny, I don't know. Tool. That's all I gotta say. Fucking Tool. VSP's out. If you like me, subscribe. If you don't, it's okay. I just got a lot of opinions and a lot of thoughts.